We're back. Welcome back to a Wrestling Life podcast. It is episode 4. And if you could read behind me, today was the Redemption Go Home show, okay? Nailed that on the first try that time, by the way. But tonight was the Go Home show to Redemption. Well, the Go Home Dynamite. Technically, you have Collision on Saturdays, but
Yeah,
it's not usually the Go Home collisions aren't the greatest show, of the year.
no, not.
We'll, we'll say that straight.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, me too, man. Uh, we're keeping that. So,
Hanger.
Hanger, okay.
Hanger Rich?
1 in 5,000 Kyle Fletcher.
Fuck you.
So, welcome to episode 4, which is technically episode 5. That Warriors episode really fucked us up here. But that is considered a bonus episode. So,
Yeah, we got one in August though. Hopefully.
hopefully you're correct. But welcome to the Go Home Show episode of a Wrestling Life podcast. Tonight was an interesting Dynamite. I will say it was interesting to say the least. Um, I don't even know where to start.
Seriously.
I think we should start with the whole Kevin Knight thing, the beginning of the show with Kevin Knight.
Yep.
Kevin Knight Darby. Darby did not get it done.
Nope.
Unfortunately, Darby did not get the win tonight. But what did I say during the show? Said it to you straight.
They did.
I said Speedball is gonna be the one to take the title off of uh, Kevin Knight.
We could be right about that.
Could be. We are right about that. You kidding me?
We could be right. But again, if you all caught, if you guys did watch that, you did see the between of Kyle and Kevin Knight.
That's true. That's true. I I don't think it's gonna be Kyle though.
Unless if Kyle holds on to the international champion, two belts Kyle.
But that's why I don't think it's gonna be Kyle. The two belts Kyle. Why would we do that? I think the
Because
key.
Kyle's gonna be the Kyle. Wait, Kyle. Yeah, hold on. Kyle Fletcher. Okay, we're not doing this again. So Kyle Fletcher is going to be yeah
Divine minions.
part two.
This time it's not Kyle Fletcher, it's Kyle Flotcher. Kyle
Yeah, but
Fokker from Meet the Fockers.
but let's see. Kyle Fletcher is going to be. He literally said, "Get your hands off my title." Again, Kyle never lost the TNT champion. He had a vacated. Yeah.
Yes, he had a vacation. You're 100% correct. You just said you weren't going to do it again, and you did it again. Like, you just...
God.
Yes, it's not vacate. He vacationed the title. Took that shit straight to Punta Cana with him. Like, what?
Your word. But yeah, but he had to vacate the title. So Kyle Fletcher never really lost the TNT champion.
That's true.
So
But do
yes,
you
we
think he
could
wants
be
it back?
right. We could be right about the whole Speedball being the one to take the title off Kevin Knight. But I do see it happening. But I really think it's going to be Kyle Fletcher being the reason why Kyle Fletcher takes the title off of Kevin Knight and kicking
Kevin Knight
Oh, I said this all in my head, and now it's a tongue twist.
kicking Kevin Knight out of the Don Callis family. Is that where we're
Yeah,
going with that? Okay.
yes, yes,
Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight, too many Ks. So,
yes.
no,
I
I
kind of
see.
see that happening, but again, we could be right about the whole Speedball and what's it called situation? Speedball and Kevin Knight.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only times we've seen Speedball in the last month,
Couple of weeks.
couple months has been
Yeah.
going after Kevin Knight. He's not over all that.
Nope.
So I don't listen, man. possible. It's very possible.
So
But
yes,
I
but
don't know what the
again, I
plan is.
think Kevin Knight and Kyle Fletcher will be going at each other just because how the way Dynamite opened after not after Kevin Knight retained his title, which we thought Darby was gonna win.
Well, you thought Darby was going to win.
Yeah,
I told you in last week's episode. I spoke about this last week. If Kevin Knight loses that match, it derails all. I don't want to say hype, but it derails all notion of like this guy could be world champion. He could win the world title. You have him
but
beat
that
Darby
changes.
tonight. It makes him
But
look
that
really bad.
changes the whole stipulation match for Kevin. No, Kenny and Osprey.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So if he loses tonight, it makes him look weak going into Redemption, which is not what
Which we
AEW
all
is
know he's
going
gonna lose
for.
anyway. So you
Well,
took the title off him anyway. You still make him look weak.
yes, but I'm not, listen, I don't like the character, but I'm not doubting Kevin Knight. I
All
think
we
the
know is Don
match,
Callis' family is definitely falling apart right now.
oh, from the ground up, slowly.
We know
Okada,
that the dude.
Okada, Okada, and freaking Fletcher are going
He's
at
like,
each
I'm so
other.
sorry.
Yeah, that was insane.
Word.
That happened twice tonight because that also happened in the main event because Kenny
Yeah,
V triggered the living shit out of John Moxley and it
I
just
missed that. By the way, I'm so upset.
he was in the bathroom.
Whatever. Yeah, the food got to my stomach. I was hungry. We were doing an hour Easter egg.
For any of you gaming fans out there, which many of you might, the new Call of Duty Zombies map, AJ was trying his best to get done with one of his buddies, and
Yeah,
three hours,
of
3 hours
before I
into
missed half of
this,
the beginning of Dynamite. I had to watch on a small TV. We usually watch on a big TV, but we had to watch small TV.
well, I watched it on my new TV today, so I misjudged calculations. That's a story for another time. Maybe we'll tell it later in the episode,
Yeah.
um, but no, yeah, 3 hours into doing this Easter egg, his buddy just quit and quit them out of the game.
Yeah. I was starving, so but yeah,
He was pretty pissed off,
they're very pissed off.
but got the good stuff down.
Yes. We got the good match open. We got the opening. And then what happened? We went to Tekla and Willow, right?
Yeah, pretty much,
No.
yeah.
No.
No,
Yeah, we went from the opening show, which was Kevin Knight and Darby, and then we went from Okada and Fletcher
yeah, we went to the
defeating no
tag
no
team match,
losing to Brodito.
bro, which is crazy, but that goes back to what you just said. The Don Callis
Yeah.
family's falling apart from the inside. So now the Don Callis family
Mm-hmm.
expect to see them take some losses coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I do see them losing at Redemption. It's just
All right. Well, we definitely know how you know is going to take the title from David, whatever his name is. Mark Davis.
well, I see them losing, but you think to get this straight, you think
All I know
Andrade
is
takes the
Andrade is
national.
walking out. Andrade wants to take stuff from the Don Callis family, and he's going right after Mark Davis, which he's going to take that national champion.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You think the title changes hands on Sunday?
Yep, but I don't think Kyle's going to lose his title, which again, I really don't want. I have no really disrespect against Brodito. The dude just needs to. Yes, we've seen him like what, one or twice or in a live show we went to.
We've seen him a few times.
Yeah, okay, we've seen him a few times. We definitely did see him win and take the Ring of Honor World Champion from Jericho at that Dynasty show we went to. But the
Really
guy
good
doesn't
match.
really just entertain me to but be like, oh, I like that guy, or do I go like Adam
I
Cole, or go like
the only thing I don't like about the whole Bandito thing is I really don't like the pairing with um I don't like the pairing with
Brody King?
Brody King at all. I mean,
I again, yeah, it doesn't really make no sense. Yes,
now
because
with Brody
bro, yeah,
with Malachi
bro, with
leaving,
Brody King not having no partners, you kind of just threw him with a random guy.
right, but with Malachi leaving and then Buddy Matthews getting hurt and then Matthews coming back from injury, but it kind of looks like AEW is going to let him sit at home until his contract runs out, but
Yeah.
that's something to be told later on. And Malachi coming back, I don't. It just feels like Brody didn't fit anywhere anymore. The singles thing didn't work. I mean, we saw it at the Philly show we went to that
Oh
that
yeah, I
match
forgot about
that
that.
match that match with Claudio was so bad. And it was a tournament
Oh
match.
yeah.
And it was striking. It was literally 15 minutes of forearms.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was horrible. But like, I don't think Brody just fits anywhere on the roster right now, and so they stuck him with Bandito to create this thing. They won tag team gold. They held on to it for a while.
They really did hold on to her for a while, and he clearly he was still Ring of Honor World Champion as being tag champ, but you couldn't like took title off of the guy
He should have lost the
if he's
title
gonna be
at
an
Supercard of
AEW
Honor.
guy, take the Ring of Honor title off of him
That's what I'm saying. He should have lost the title at Supercard of Honor to Blake Christian, hands down.
again. There's no one really else on Ring of Honor until they go for the world title, but yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, but Blake Christian's kind of the upper guy. They built a good story around that match. I mean, it got me pretty hyped. I watched it.
Yeah,
You
really.
watched it too, but
Yes,
it got everyone pretty hyped for the match. So it was a good match, and I really do think
yes,
Blake Christian should have won the title. I don't think Bandito should have.
true,
I mean, Bandito's list goes on. He beat Takeshita. He beat Blake
true.
Christian.
Yep,
Who's this guy gonna lose the title to? Unless,
seriously,
unless Samoa Joe shows up, goes back to Ring of Honor, wins the title, but then Joe's just gonna come back do his op stuff on the roster, but the Ring of Honor World title. So I think AEW had the opportunity to put the title on Blake Christian and just decided not
true,
to. And I don't know why. It was a terrible idea.
true.
Hell, put it on Dalton Castle. Nobody'd be mad.
There you
He's,
go.
he is a former
Man,
he is a former Ring of
you,
Honor World Champion.
you kind of you really
Just not in the
throw it on
AEW
him.
era.
True. Yeah, you kind of do a slap. You slap the Ring of Honor six title man title on him. So just throw the world title on him.
It's not like he's never been world champion. He's been ring. I think it was 2017. He was Ring of Honor World Champion. Faced Cody. Cody beat him for the title. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
So he's been champion before. Just not in the AEW era of Ring of Honor. So my candidacy here is Dalton Castle. I would really like to
True.
see him win the world title. I mean, winning the six man titles is pretty cool, but
True.
your trios champions with two guys who are just way too old for this now. The Outrunners are getting to that age where they're slowing down. They're not wrestling as many matches. That's why they took them off Dynamite.
Yeah.
Put them on Ring of Honor so they could wrestle less dates. And you did that, stuck him with a guy like Dalton Castle, who's still in his prime. He's still a young guy, and
What?
it's I can't with you. So let's talk about Tekla Willow. I don't know. Mick Foley almost getting punched in the face twice in that promo really hyped me up for that match. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mick Foley almost took two jabs. I mean, and the whole thing started because Tekla said for him to shut the fuck up. Just think about that for a second. She told Mick Foley, of all people, to shut up. Mick Foley.
Of all
You don't tell
people.
Mick Foley to shut up.
Nope. When you get Mr. Sacco, he can bring him a Sacco.
Yo, if Sacco came out tonight, that would have been a different story. I don't think anyone would have been excited for the match. They would have just been like, yo, put Mick in the ring. He should be part of this Jericho match.
Oh, ooh, that'd be dope.
That'd be pretty dope. Champa Jericho, no holds barred. Mick Foley, special guest referee. Like that would be a
Yo, word.
good match, man. Oh,
Yo, word, true.
come on, Tony
True,
Khan.
true.
Damn it, that would have
Yeah,
been
do
tonight.
it.
I was about to say, come on, Tony Khan, next week, and then it's like, but
Next week.
next week's kind of after the pay-per-view, so that's pointless.
Yeah, really.
Actually, well, run it back at all in. Run it back.
Word.
Run it back at all in this time. This time, this time, this time. This time, please, for the love of Christ. For the love of God, give me Mick Foley. Mick Foley and Max.
Oh, I would
That
love
would be a
that.
pretty good match. Mick
That
Foley
would be a
Max,
very
that'd
good match.
be a banger.
Yeah, that
Banger.
would be a very good match.
What about the dogs? The
Oh,
dogs and the
yeah.
Bang Bang Gang. I mean, Clark Connors took a pretty good loss to Switchblade Jay White tonight, or as we should call him right now, Shillelagh Jay White. as Excalibur would have said during the show. Or I think it was Shivani. It might have been Shivani,
Yeah.
Shillelagh J. White.
Yep. So Lily J. White.
I'm surprised that's not a match going into Redemption.
Well,
The Dogs versus the Bang Bang Gang.
well, they they
Should
they
be.
kind of said they want a match at Redemption, so who knows?
Nothing's official. Probably get that on Saturday.
Yeah.
With the official. I mean, there's really only one more thing to talk about for now. It's that main event tonight.
Oh, well, yeah,
Kenny
that
Omega
tag title, the
V
tag title
triggered.
match pissed me off.
Well, yeah, the women's tag title match. We're not even going to talk about that because that wasn't even. I mean, good match. Don't get me wrong, but man, the Divine Dominion, or as AJ would call them, the Divine Minions, retain their title in an ODQ match.
Of course they do.
So, well, wasn't the best no DQ match, but it was entertaining.
It was a decent idea, no DQ match, but again, Julia and Sky should have came out on top.
Absolutely. Now,
Again, they should have been the first ever women's AEW Tag Team Champions, but again,
that's true. Now, we go to the great, go to the main event.
yes, yes, please skip
Kenny
the others,
Om
skip the other thing they talked about on Dynamite.
My World's winning the TBS title. So now that we're past that part,
Yeah, we're past that part. Moving on.
moving on. Let's talk about Kenny Omega V-triggering John Moxley. Then what ensued after the match is what we're really excited about.
Yes, what we're really excited about.
After the match, Kenny tried to apologize to Moxley. Moxley didn't accept the apology. Then the Bucks showed up. Then the Bucks square punched John Moxley in the face.
Actually, no,
Excuse me.
Moxley kind of like face shoved one of the Bucks, and then that's how Moxley got
Yeah, Moxley
forearmed in the
got
face,
rocked.
technically.
Next thing you know, everyone's just rocking each other and everyone's fending. Osprey gets involved. Osprey's just going after the Bucks. Now I know they have a match at Redemption. I'm gonna get to what I
Mm-hmm.
told you. I told you I had something for you, and I was gonna wait till we were
Yes,
recording to tell you.
yes,
But but here's
yes.
what I here's where I'm going with this. Here's what I think. Why is my hand doing that? I don't know why I don't know what this is, but Kenny and Osprey kind of got into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the heel turn's coming. I think it's going to be Osprey.
Well, Kenny's going in as a baby face into this
But
because
the
Ken,
thing is, AEW's kind of at a 50-50 because realistically you can make Osprey a heel right now, but going into this match, Osprey's not going to be a heel. You're going into his
yeah,
hometown. He's not going to get booed.
no,
So on paper, Osprey's the heel going into this match. In reality, they're going to boo Kenny.
well, yeah,
Wembley crowd's going to boo Kenny, realistically. But my thing with the Bucks is, do the Bucks cause Moxley on Sunday? Do the Bucks cause Moxley to start to turn on Osprey?
mm, I don't know.
That's what I was going to tell you earlier because think about
But
it,
wouldn't that mean Kenny gets involved though?
right?
Because again, it's Osprey and Moxley versus the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
But Moxley's got history with the Bucks as teaming.
Absolutely, but the Bucks could totally flip because look at what happened tonight. Osprey jumped in between and was saying, "Hey, don't do nothing," and then Osprey got kind of rocked. This whole thing happens, or Osprey turns heel on Sunday, fully turns heel, and the way he's gonna do that is he's gonna turn on the Bucks.
Oh, Moxley?
No, Osprey.
Oh, yeah,
Osprey and the
true.
Bucks are kind of on good terms. Besides tonight, they kind of got into it tonight, but that was over because of Moxley. But I feel
Yeah,
on Sunday Moxley puts Osprey in a situation where it's either him or it's the Bucks or it's the Elite. And what is he
yeah.
gonna do? Because he's got to face Kenny in a month. He faces
Hmm.
Kenny at All In. So what does he do? I think Osprey turns on the Bucks, fully embraces the Death Riders, and Mox and Osprey turns heel on Sunday. That's my prediction. I know we're gonna get into predictions in a minute, considering this was the go home show, but
Yes.
that is my prediction for that match.
Actually, let me pull up the predictions. Actually, I can do that right now.
He's gonna pull up the match card for us.
Yes. Hold on, please hold. I have it saved, actually.
Please hold. We gotta remember we added a match tonight,
Yes.
so there's the tag team title match that got added. So
Yes.
don't forget about that.
If I can find it. Hold on, please hold. Oh, here it is. Here we go. We got Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight. We got Tekla and Willow. Kyle Fletcher versus Bandito. Osprey and Mox versus Bucks. Haru Kushida versus Minor World. Christian Cage and Cope versus Pac and Claudio. Mark
Huh?
Davis versus Andrade. Tommaso Ciampa and the Painmaker. And then celebrating, yeah, Dynasty.
Dynasty, me
Oh, wait, wait.
retouch.
No, so, oh, okay. I don't know what the hell that is. Mhm.
But
Yes.
where should we start? I don't want to start at the main event, so we'll start with the last match you mentioned. So we'll start with the Painmaker and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yes.
Last Saturday, the match becomes no disqualifications.
Yes.
Now, we've seen the Painmaker in these situations plenty of times. Look at the Nick Gage match. I know it's not, and you weren't watching AEW at the time, but look at the Nick Gage match. It got violent. Look at the Eddie Kingston match. It got violent. The Painmaker is not a joke. Tommaso Ciampa doesn't know what he's walking into that match with. So, with that being said, I'm going Jericho here. I'm going Painmaker. I'm going the Painmaker in that match.
My mm, since Ciampa's record right now that he's in AEW, I'm going Tommaso Ciampa.
Okay, so it's one for the Painmaker and one for Tommaso Ciampa. So
Uno,
we
uno.
are, so yeah, ooh, that's interesting. It was hard for me to make the decision, but I've seen the Painmaker in action, and listen, man, it's gonna be this match can be ugly either way.
I'm a Tommaso Ciampa fan.
So am I, but
Yes, I like Chris Jericho, but again, we're gonna go back to one thing that we started in AEW since I've been a fan of all of times of Don Callis, fuck you chants, and now I started the please retire Chris Jericho chants. I
you
know
can
we
start
heard
that
those
as
are
well.
dead, but
Those are pretty much dead. Okay, so next match on there, you know what, we'll just get this one out of the way because you
Kyle
don't want
Fletcher and Bandito.
no, you don't want to talk about it. We'll get the
Oh
Maya
yeah, please
World
do.
and
Yeah.
Hikaru Shida match out of the way here. Uh, my prediction for that match, obviously, I'm not a Shida fan. So I'm gonna go Maya World. I think Tony Khan's gonna put the title on the girl. I think it's gonna be. I think Maya World's getting the opportunity. She made it to the final of the O and she proved herself against Mercedes Moné. I think Maya World wins the TBS title on Sunday.
Again, I don't care about both the women.
But you don't want Shida to be champion no more.
I'd rather go back to the day I was sitting in the seat of Ring of Honor and watching the paint dry and taking a nap on Sheeta versus Athena.
Athena, yeah, it was a it was horrible.
Nah, so yeah. I can paint that fresh wall behind me and be like, all right, just watch it dry.
So we'll move on. We'll
From
move on.
fucking Maya World and fucking
You
Nishida.
obviously want
Both
my world to
women.
win, but that's not the point. So we're
I
gonna move
really
on.
don't care.
We're
All right,
gonna move
moving
on.
on. All right, let's talk about.
Fletcher
Let's see.
Bandito.
Yes.
You think Fletcher walks away? I think the same. I think Fletcher walks away with the championship. I think,
Again, everyone's banned from ringside.
well, that too, but
He don't
the
need
thing
no
I
Don
think is
Callis help.
if the Don Callis family is gonna fall apart and start losing the titles, I think that starts with the national title. I
Well,
think that
yeah,
starts with
Mark
Mark
Davis.
Davis. Mark Davis loses the title, then we can move on to thinking, oh crap, maybe Kyle loses the title. So,
Mm-mm. Kyle just
so
won the title.
that's what I'm saying. So I think Kyle walks out of Quebec next week, not next week, on Sunday.
This Sunday, yeah.
This Sunday, I think he walks out with his title. I think he goes over Bandito, which then kind of sets up Death Before Dishonor later in August, and Bandito
Hmm.
could finally lose the title at Death Before Dishonor.
But again, my prediction is I want to know what happens after between Kyle
And Okada.
and yeah.
Because that's the other thing. Kyle wins the match, and
Again,
I think,
Okada's never. I don't think Okada's really yeah, Okada's really like noticed that. Again, I don't know if anyone notices like the way he's really acting since he's lost the international champion.
well, he's always looking at the title. He's jealous.
Yeah,
Even though he was apologizing profusely, but he's jealous. We know he's jealous.
he lost to a guy that's no longer a part of the Don Callis family. But again,
True. But Bandito loses on Sunday. Fletcher goes over. I think Okada
mhm.
gets involved in some way, shape, or form because I have a strong feeling we get Fletcher
But
Okada.
Okada comes out after the match though.
Oh, yeah, it'll be after the match, but I have a feeling we get Fletcher Okada in London.
Ooh,
I think that's
triple
my
threat,
number one. No,
triple
no,
threat.
nope. Fletcher Okada.
Fletcher Okada and what's his name? Takeshita.
But change that.
Takeshita
Fletcher,
gets a rematch. Takeshita goes to rematch for the title.
yes, but I think it's just going to be Fletcher Okada. I think Fletcher's going. I think Okada's going over. Fletcher's going to lose the title in London, and Fletcher's going to leave the Don Callis family and go back to Takeshita. That's my prediction for All
Ooh.
In. I think we
So
get
Okada joins Takeshita?
no Fletcher. So Okada beats Fletcher. Fletcher leaves the Don Callis family and goes back to Takeshita. Pretty much tells him
When?
he's right. Oh,
Yeah.
it would be at All In.
Oh yeah, true.
It'd be at All In. Don
Yes.
Callis gets involved in the match. Takeshita comes out to help Fletcher.
Yeah.
Fletcher leaves Don Callis family.
So at all in, basically on Callis crumbles. Not all of it, but half of it.
Well, I mean, it's already starting to crumble.
Yeah.
Look at RPG Vice. They stick their nose in this Kenny thing every
They stick
week
in everything. They stick their nose in everything, basically, and they're
because they're
not
being left
realizing.
out.
Oh, look, we're gonna get kicked out of the Don Callis family eventually.
Well, because they're being left out of everything. So they're showing up week after week trying to prove themselves and getting put down, quite
True.
literally. And
True.
so the Don Callis family's already starting to crumble. It's starting.
Yes. Oh yeah, turn my phone off.
Fletcher's gonna be that piece that just pulls the whole house of cards down.
Yes. What do we got now? What else we got? We got Cope and Christian versus Mox and Peck. I don't know
Not
how to
Mox.
feel
It's
about that
Claudio and
one.
Pack or Danny. Was it Danny and Pack?
No, it's Claudio and Peck versus Cope and Christian. Cope and Christian. Yeah.
Cope and Christian retain.
Yeah. CC.
They're not. Yeah. They retain. They're not putting the titles on the Death Riders, considering that the Moxley
Yeah.
thing and the Osprey
Yeah.
thing, and Osprey's gonna leave after he wins the world title. Like it's not.
Yes.
I don't. They're not gonna put the tag, especially on those two, but they're not gonna put the tag titles into the Death Riders.
I hope it's a good match though.
It should be a good match, but I think Cope and Christian go into London as champions.
And then we got a big ladder match from previous
Should
things I
that
said
would be
about ladder
that would
match.
that'd be pretty cool. That'd be
You get
pretty
at
cool.
London, you get Cope and Christian, you get New Day Rocks, you get Motor City Machine Guns, you get the Bucks, and whoever.
It's true. Could do
All
that.
man ladder match.
Could all right. That's your
But now what
prediction.
else we got on
That's
the
your
card? What
prediction to
else we
man
got on the
ladder
card?
match.
Well, we kind of spoke about Mox and Will already on the Bucks match for that already. But
I
predictions
I
why I'm definitely going Mox and Osprey.
I think you have to go Mox and Osprey only because
Again, what are you gonna have
you
Osprey
don't
lose at
right.
a
You don't want
pay-per-view before he goes
Osprey
into before he goes into London?
right. Or I mean they could because
True.
Osprey loses. It kind of makes you think, oh, can he beat Kenny? He goes into London and he gets the job done.
Yes.
So it's very possible. But my opinion, I think Moxley Osprey go over.
Yes.
I think Moxley Osprey go over, and I'm gonna throw a curveball here. Look at the
Oh,
shirts. Look at the shirts the Bucks have been wearing for 2 weeks. It looks like the old Bootio shirts, just in Young Buck stuff. It's the same colors as the old Bootio shirts.
someone said I did see that. I did see that on I don't know if it was Instagram or Twitter. Someone did say that what the Bucks were wearing on that night where they were
And they
celebrating
wore
with
them
Kenny
again tonight.
Omega. Someone said that New Day.
Right, because
So
the shirts match almost identical. The colors are
yes,
almost identical. But then tonight, not only did the Bucks wear those shirts, but when they came out, their gear was in New Day colors.
yep.
Their gear was in the blue, the orange, the purple.
Mm-hmm.
So the gear was in New Day colors. So at Redemption, I think this is a curveball. I'm gonna throw it out there. I think the New Day debut, and I think the New Day debut as baby faces because you kind of can't bring them in as heels at this point. It's too
Yes.
everyone's too excited, and
True.
they kind of align with the Elite here. So I think the New Day comes in,
Ooh.
and either the New Day's gonna
Yeah, I
come
didn't
in
think
in
of
that
that.
match. Either the New Day comes in and that match gets involved with the whole main event thing for All In, or the New Day comes in during the tag team title match, faces off
True.
against Cope and Cage, and then you
True.
get the New Day, Cope and Cage at All In, which is also a match I'd love to see.
Yes. So what are we at for predictions right now? We're at one, two, three, four, five. We're at five right now.
How many more matches we got on there?
One, two, three. Three more.
All right, next one. Throw the next one out.
Andrade, how you know, versus Mark Davis.
Andrade.
Andrade, definitely.
Andrade's taking the title
I
off
need
Mark
to know
Davis.
how you know title. We need to know the title, how you know.
Mark Davis is going to be the first card on the bottom of the House of Cards. That's the Don Callis family that's going to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be a foundation card, so the rest of the foundation is going to stay. Your house, have you ever seen a House of Cards? The House of Cards is going to stay, but that
Yep.
one card is going to fall.
Yep.
Andrade walks away with the title.
Yes.
Then I have a feeling he's going to join the conglomeration. He's been hanging around those guys a little too
Ooh.
much.
More backpacks.
Yeah, right. He's been hanging around those guys a little too much, so I think he's
Yes.
joining the conglomeration.
It's fine. It's
I don't think Leo Rush joined. I think they just kidnapped the guy, stuck him in a bag, and they're like, "We're gonna use you, man." Like that's just.
fine. It's fine. The rain. I do that spot on. It's kind of sad. Leo Rush, if you're watching, buddy, I do a good person of you, buddy.
Yeah, but Leo Rush never actually joined the group. They just kidnapped him. I like how there's like no backstory to that gimmick. Just one day he showed up and he was just spitting black and friggin' it's fine. It's like there's no
It's
backstory. Like where did this come
fine.
from? Did he like eat something bad? Like did fucking
Here's
Gangrel
my
show
chili.
up? Yeah, did
Here's my chili.
Gangrel right? Or did like Gangrel show up or something? Like I
All
don't
right, next match. The match we've all been waiting for. Not really been waiting for, but the match we really know what's
nobody
gonna
was
really
waiting
go
for this
down.
match.
Tekla and Willow. Willow.
Willow.
I can go either way for this.
I
It's gonna be obviously Mercedes and Willow at All In. So I'm kind of saying Willow
Yeah,
for the world title.
you have to. You have to. Because
They're
no
gonna
offense,
run it back from the
last year. It was the Owen
yeah,
last year. It was the Owen
yeah,
finals last year.
yes,
You can't no offense to Tekla, and believe me,
yes.
she's talented. Don't get
I
me wrong.
understand they just won the Ring of Honor six, no, not the Ring of Honor, the
Ring of Honor stardom.
the Stardom six woman tag team
Or
champions.
the
Yes, again,
star titles or whatever they're called.
I'm all happy for that. I'm excited for my women, and they deserve it. And I'm a little upset again, like they didn't win the tag title, so all of them have gold going into All in London and going into Redemption. But
I,
again, I love Willow. I love Tekla. I love the Triangle of Madness which
but
everyone's doing.
but
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 again,
but
yes, a lot of butts,
but
big butts.
w- Tekla Mercedes, I think would be a phenomenal match. Don't get me wrong,
But wait,
but there's no
All
story.
In.
There's
No,
no
wait.
story.
Is it
That
not?
that that
No.
would be how that would
That
so the
would
match at
be
All
no.
In.
Wait.
Mercedes gets the match at All In.
Yes. Yes. But I feel like if Mercedes beats Willow or Tekla, whoever goes into Wembley, again, someone just left WWE to come into AEW, which we might be knowing is true.
Well, she
At
didn't
the
leave yet.
but
Contract's not up
yes,
yet.
yes, true. But she shows
If
up at the she
you're
shows up
you're
either
talking
at
about
an
Bailey,
all in.
nope.
Yep.
It can't
Nope.
happen at all in. 90
Yeah.
day no compete from the time her
Yes.
contract expires with the WWE. She won't make it for all in with her 90 days from the time her contract expires.
Yes.
With the if the news is true, where that she's
Yes.
not
True.
signing, she doesn't think she's going to sign. A lot of the news outlets are saying that she's not going to sign. If she doesn't, the timeable that we could see Bailey is October, and that would be Wrestle Dream.
Yes. We
But
know Mercedes gonna hold the title since then too. So
that's the thing. You can't. You can. You built Tekla up to be this big thing. You built the
yes,
Triangle of Madness up. You built her to be this powerhouse. It's great. Willow hasn't won the big one.
she's only been
Been
tag champion
she's
and
been
TBS
tag
champion.
champ and TBS champion.
Yep.
Willow beats Tekla. They go into All In. Willow gets her win on Mercedes. Willow retains.
Yes.
I don't see them. They could, but I don't see them strapping Mercedes up at All In if Willow
So
wins
you
the
saying Willow
title at
retains it?
Redemption.
Oh, you
So I
saying
think
you're
Willow
saying
retains it all
Willow
in.
retains?
Willow retains it all in. But Willow retains all in. They go to All Out. At All Out, Mercedes takes the title from Willow. They go to Wrestle Dream. Or you run it back twice, and AEW's known for doing this in the women's division. Willow retains it all in. You go to All Out. Willow retains again at All Out. Or you go to All Out. Mercedes wins the title at All Out. Nah, that wouldn't work. So no, Willow retains it all out. You run the match back a third time at Wrestle
Damn.
Dream.
Ooh. But
But
then you have
when
her win.
but
You have
when you
Mercedes
win
win, and then Bailey shows up.
right, so then you have Mercedes go over at Wrestle Dream in October,
Yes.
and at Wrestle Dream, this theme song we've never heard hits. Bailey comes out, Bailey face to face with Mercedes.
True.
Then it sets up Bailey Mercedes full gear for the world title, and possibly Bailey Mercedes World's End for the world title.
I can see that happening.
Because the way that the 90 days works, Bailey's not going to make it in time to have a build up for this match at Wrestle Dream. So having them run the Willow match back a third time, or even if it's not the Willow match, even if Mercedes does win the title at All Out,
Mm-hmm.
goes to Wrestle Dream, and let's just say Tekla wants a rematch, you get Mercedes Tekla finally in October, Mercedes goes over, Bailey debuts. It's
Mm-hmm.
possible.
Yep.
But I think the end all at Full Gear, I think, is going to be Bailey Mercedes for the women's world title.
So true.
I think this is going to stretch maybe even to World's End in December.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's where you aim your main event there, and that'd be great. I'd love to see a Sasha Bailey rematch just as Mercedes and I forgot Bailey's indie name, but
Yeah.
you run it back in AEW where there's not as many restrictions as there were in WWE on what they can and cannot do. And with
Yes.
with the with the Mercedes Moné character, and we don't and Bailey with the look she has now might come into this as more of like a Soraya, maybe a Ruby Soho character. I
Yep.
don't know that. I think that'd be a pretty interesting match. Plus, we've seen the match before. NXT
True.
Takeover Brooklyn won 2015. That was phenomenal for the NXT Women's title. That match was great. I still watch that match back. Absolutely. So there's a lot of ways this can go with the whole Bailey thing. It's a lot of
Yep.
ways. There's a lot of ways
Feel
this can
that.
go with the New Day thing too. I mean, I think we get the Cope and Cage match, and I think the New Day eventually will become tag champions going forward because Cope and Cage, remember, they're part-timers, so they're on this part-time schedule. They only wrestle so many dates out of the year. So don't be surprised if they lose the titles at All In to the New Day. Maybe the Motor City Machine Guns. We don't know what the
Bang, 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 bang.
situation in AEW is. The Motor City Machine Guns have been teasing that they're going
Yep.
somewhere. We just don't know where. They won't say where. I don't if it's going to be an indie company, They would have said it in that video. They would have been like, "Yeah, we're signing with GCW." Like they would have, but they're looking to go somewhere.
Shout out
They're
GTW.
but the way that they're acting is they're going somewhere big. They just left WWE. They don't have interest in going back to TNA. That leaves AEW.
Nope. Yep.
So they kind of gave it away, but at the same time, we don't know. They could just be playing their fans entirely. So
Yeah.
that's possible. But main event
Main
time.
event.
Main event
Yep.
time. I'm gonna talk about
Main
this.
event. Big shout out main event.
Oh, there it is. Kevin Knight, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
Kenny goes over, but I don't think this match was booked because they want you to think Kevin's going to go over. It's not why this
Yep.
match was booked. This match was booked so you as the fan know for a fact Kenny's going over at Redemption.
Yep.
Now, it's not guaranteed. AEW's thrown this curveball plenty of times
Yep.
where Kevin Knight wins the world title, Kenny wins again on a Dynamite going into All In, and your All In main event stays. It's possible. They've done something like
Yes.
that before. But this match was booked to kind of tell you, like, yeah, Kenny's gonna win. No shit, Sherlock.
Yes.
Kenny's winning the match. But it's what's gonna happen after the match that's
Yeah.
gonna push this all-in main event into something big. Think about it. Take a thought on that for a second.
I am.
Kenny's going over for sure, but that's the night that I think if Moxley doesn't, if because Osprey could turn heel earlier in the night, and then it kind of brings like Osprey comes out as the cliche. He turned heel earlier, comes out, beats on Kenny, grabs the title, tells him he's going to kick his ass, bruv, and he
Oh
leaves.
yeah, I didn't think of that.
But if Osprey doesn't turn heel earlier in the night with his match,
I didn't
Kenny
think about
wins.
that between Moxley and Kenny.
Right, Kenny wins. Kenny celebrates. As Kenny's celebrating, Moxley comes out. Moxley comes out. He gets face to face
Moxley
with
comes out
Kenny.
as a distraction.
Well, it's not even that. Moxley comes out, gets face to face with Kenny.
Yes.
Listen, tonight was the go home show. That whole confrontation between the two of them over Moxley getting V triggered
Yes.
is what's gonna kind of tie into this because Mox is gonna come out. He's gonna get in Kenny's face, and while he's in Kenny's face, Will's gonna come out.
True.
Will Ospreay for the last 2 weeks has been doing what? Kind of doing the I'm friends with Kenny, but I'm kind of friends with Moxley. Like, so he doesn't want
Yeah.
conflict
True.
between the two. He did it tonight. He got in between them, told them to break it up, literally stuck his hand in there and was like, "Hey man, like not now." And then the Bucks came out and kind of broke up that party.
True.
So I feel like at the end of Redemption, Moxley comes out, he gets in Kenny's face, which kind of makes you think, uh-oh, Osprey's music hits, or not even Osprey just runs out, maybe runs through the crowd, whatever. They'll tie the Death Riders into this somehow. Osprey comes out, and Osprey goes to break it up, but Moxley tells Osprey, do what we said. It's going to be something they didn't show on TV. It's going to be something that's not
True.
said. He's going to look at him and he's going to tell him to do something, and Osprey's going to have to decide between the Death Riders and Kenny Omega. And I have a feeling what Osprey's going to do is he's going to look at Moxley, he's going to pull his elbow pad up, and he's going to, out of nowhere, he's going to hit and
Bam.
blade Kenny Omega, which is going to kick off this story going into All In.
Yep.
Because I don't see them bring. They're already kind of making Osprey look like the bad guy,
Yeah.
and I don't see them bringing this in as babyface versus babyface. Osprey's gonna turn heel in the U.S., so the U.S. fans are gonna be rooting for Kenny. Those English fans are gonna be rooting for Osprey. It's gonna make and plus it's a rematch. It's the trilogy match, it's the third match between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna make this match very interesting. They're tied 1-1. Osprey has a win in AEW. I'm sorry, Osprey has a win in New Japan. Kenny has the win in AEW. Can Osprey get one over?
I feel like he should.
So that okay.
Oh.
The tripod just fell. Tripod's not agreeing today. It's not happy. Hello? Oh God.
Hello?
No, no. Please hold. We're
Oh God.
having some
Technical
technical
difficulties.
there we go. Having some
There
technical
we go.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Get a fixed tripod. Wow, all right. But like I was saying, I think Kenny goes in as a bad guy. I think.
All right, guys, stream's going sideways now.
Oh no! Why is it going that way? No, turn back. What do we? Oh my
Oh no,
God!
we had a cat in the background. We had a cat in the background. You need to get famous.
Oh
Get over
God!
here.
Oh Jesus! We're gonna
We got
fix
famous.
tripod. Tripod
It's a kitty
doesn't
cat.
try. Look, it's a kitty.
It's a kitty cat. She's famous.
So we're having some
But
technical difficulties. I
walk that way.
apologize.
Walk that way.
So
Or we're just gonna get
before my tripod. Oh Jesus! Before my tripod shits the bed again because this episode's already gone off the rails.
No, we're just gonna you guys are gonna see half my chin until it moves.
Oh God! But I think
It's gonna move.
Kenny goes over at Redemption. I think Moxley gets involved. Osprey turns heel because Osprey's going to choose the Death Riders. It's going to kick this story off, and it's going to be interesting. But if you guys want to know if our predictions are right,
Tune in
join
Sunday.
us on. Well, it'll come out Monday.
Yeah.
It'll come out Monday. But come back here to the YouTube channel. Hey, if you're listening on Spotify, come to Spotify.
Yeah.
We have an episode coming out on Monday. It's going to be our
Yes.
Redemption review. It's going to be our thoughts on the pay-per-view. And if you wanted to come back and see if our predictions are right, please come back on Monday.
Yes.
Let us know what you guys think. That's going to do it
Yes.
for today's episode.
Yes.
I hope we gave you guys some predictions. I think we're going to do that going forward for our go home shows. We're going to give you our predictions.
Yes.
Gave you some predictions. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you guys want to see.
Yes.
Let us know your predictions down in the comments below, anywhere you're listening and or
Yes.
watching. Let us know what you guys think. And without further ado, we will see you guys on Monday. I was about to say next week. It's not going to be next week. We will see you guys in like 4 days.
Yep.
5 days. Apparently I can't
Technically, yeah.
math. Apparently I can't math.
You
We'll
can't
see
math.
you guys in 5 days. Well, 4 from when this podcast comes out, so it's technically
Yeah.
Wednesday. So 4
Yes.
from 4 from when you're watching, 5
Yes.
for us because it's still Wednesday. But
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
we'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoyed and join us for a Wrestling Life podcast. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.